For Real Friday with Lisa Willis. I am Lisa Willis. I hope you guys had a great week because I totally had a great week. We got to be more reflective, people. Okay? We have to. It's like the only time we decide to record ourselves hooping is when we're trying to get a scholarship, so we need to send it to the coach. Or we're trying to get overseas, so we need to send it to our agent. It has to happen more than that. Have you ever heard anybody say the eyes in the sky don't lie? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, fine. Basically, when we're playing or we're practicing, we don't really remember what has happened. There's a lot of stuff that we just do not remember. So when we record ourselves, the camera typically sits up high, and it's going to show you the truth about what you're doing and what you're not doing, okay? So the eyes in the sky don't lie. Okay, that's fine. Listen, when we reflect on our performance, that's the best way for us to learn. We don't learn from our experience, we learn when we reflect on our experiences. So what are some of the things that we could reflect on? Trainings, practices, scrimmages, games. These are all things that we can reflect and grow from. And that leads me to the basketball autopsy. Whoa, Willis, is it that serious? A basketball autopsy? I thought we were just reflecting. Those are all great questions. I'm glad you asked. Look, a basketball autopsy is a highly specialized surgical, aka reflective, procedure that consists of an examination of a basketball event, such as a practice or a game. And it helps us to determine the cause of our success or our failures while also evaluating whether or not there are any potential diseases or injuries in our performance. Now, isn't it good to know the state of your basketball well-being before it's too late? While you can still take corrective actions? Like, shouldn't you know the things that are causing harm or success to your training sessions? The things that are holding you back in practice or even disrupting your performance in the game? Shouldn't you know that stuff? A basketball autopsy, it also can be carried out for the purposes of training or player development research, player performance research. Okay? When you're able to dive into every possession, dissect every move, evaluate every shot, or review every turnover, now you're able to actually see the actions that took place. Once you know what took place, now you can learn from those actions. Make sense? That's when you're reflecting, okay? Now, basketball autopsy, it's also good for the parents or the family members of the players, okay? Because now you're able to see why a situation happened or, quite frankly, why it keeps happening. Now you can see why your son, daughter, brother, or sister, they're not a starter. Or why they don't have as much leeway as the next player. Or why they're sitting on the bench, okay? You can learn these things. You're not always going to have access to the eyes in the skies to show you the truth, but here's the truth that you can hold on to. If you are unable to dissect your performance, if you are unable to evaluate your strengths or even diagnose your weaknesses, you can only make it so far. Because the coach at the next level, they're going to expect you to be able to do these things. They're going to expect you to think and use your brain at a much higher frequency than what you're currently using it at. And that's for real, for real.